All right, we are going to discuss how to trade the 4-hour candle. The most important thing is to wait for the 4-hour candle to close. After you've waited for the 4-hour candle to close, the next thing that you can do if you're not sure is to wait for the new 4-hour candle, right? The first 1-hour candle to close to tell you what's happening, either if it's retesting or if it's continuing with what was happening in the previous 4-hour candle. And if you're not so sure, after that, you still need to wait. You can watch the 1-hour time frame. As long as you have highlighted your 4-hour candle points, you can watch the 1-hour time frame to see how you can use it to your advantage. So we're going to look at examples and see how best we can help each other. So, for example, the previous 4-hour candle that we have right here, it closed bearish. It's an inside candle. That's 2. All right, so that's 2 signals already. So if it closed bearish, then we're expecting it to continue going down. And the beautiful thing that this candle did, even if you had waited, it retested the high. All right. So now the 4-hour candle, every 4-hour candle is actually related to its own session. So for example, this previous bearish 4-hour candle, right, is the first 4-hour candle closure that we have during London session. So it only makes sense for the next one to open and retest the high before it continues to do whatever it wants. Now remember that when a 4-hour candle closes, right, it only makes sense for the first 1-hour candle to try to retest the previous or the nearest zone that's available before it continues to do what it needs to do. Exactly what happened in this case. You can even see it over here, right? Let's look at this information that we have right here. We had a 4-hour candle closure. What did price do? Price tried going lower. It got rejected, right? Then you know that there was a low right here. So that was our nearest zone. So the first 1-hour candle in this candle would have given you a bullish closure, and that could have signaled you that price has created a new low and is pushing higher, because this candle came all the way, right? Let me remove the lines, because this candle came all the way down, right? Rejected, created a low right here, right? And this candle tried going down, but there is some sort of a minor low that rejected price and pushed it higher. So our first 1-hour candle would have closed bullish, pushing price higher, and could have easily caught that if you had waited for the 4-hour candle to close. All right. It's the same thing, even if you look far back with our 4-hour candle closure, price tried going up, but it got rejected. So that means there's a 1-hour candle that would have closed bearish, that would push price lower, all right? We've discussed all of that. If you're still not convinced, let's highlight all of these areas that we are looking at, all right? So we're looking at this 4-hour candle, right? And technically we're looking at that 4-hour candle. We're looking at this 4-hour candle, right? That is the next 4-hour candle. And then over here, we're looking at this 4-hour candle right here. All right, now let's go on the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, as I'm saying, our 4-hour candle closed right here, right? This is where the 4-hour candle closed. And then the first 1-hour candle of our next 4-hour candle closed bullish. And that was your signal, because price created a high right here. But what is this? The 1-hour candle doing? It's pushing above. It tried going lower, it got rejected, and it pushed above. That would have been your signal to buy with your stop loss below. Simple as that. You just have to be patient. All right, that's our first example. There is nothing complicated about it. Trust me, the more you keep your trading very simple, the more you are likely to actually see some progress. All right, so now let's look at our next 4-hour candle. Our next 4-hour candle, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means our 4-hour candle closed right here. So if our 4-hour candle closed right here, right, that means this was the first 1-hour candle. It's still not telling us much. It's still in the range. As you can see, there's a small range that's around here, right? But what did our next 1-hour candle do? It closed right below, very strong bearish candle, engulfed all of the other 4 previous candles. What is that telling you? That price is going down, because you already have the signal from the previous 4-hour candle that price is going down. You are only waiting for the confirmation to enter, and that would have been your confirmation to enter. It's simple as that. All you have to do is wait for the 4-hour candle to close. After the 4-hour candle is closed, if it's not telling you much, if it's saying, okay, price might have closed like this, but it might not go where you want it to go immediately, then you wait. But if price is saying, okay, we are ready to go down the moment it closes, then you can watch it go down. All right, or you can watch it go up. You can trade with it. All right. Now remember, price is most likely going to retest the nearest high or the nearest low of the previous 4-hour candle before it pushes to where it needs to go. That's just obvious. Price always retests before it pushes to where it wants to go. All right, let's look at this 4-hour candle that we have right here. All right, so this 4-hour candle closed bullish, right? With a nice bullish 4-hour candle. Now let's go on the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, this is where the 4-hour candle closed, right? And this is the next 1-hour candle. The next 1-hour candle immediately invalidated any bullishness. As you can see, it engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles. That's already telling you that we might have closed a bullish on the 4-hour time frame, but maybe that was a high that was just being created, and our price is ready to go, and you could have easily traded. You could have easily traded it down, as you can see. All right, a nice take profit for a nice retest. See our previous breakout, price went down all the way there for that retest, so you could have easily entered there and took your targets on the breakout. Easy. All you had to do was to wait for the 4-hour candle to close and the next 1-hour candle to close. All right, so if you were someone who was watching this price action, right, you would have said, okay, the 4-hour candle closed as a pin bar. Why didn't price go all the way up from there? Like I said, the information might be there, but if you look at the week, that week is not pushing price higher. This week is rejecting price. And if price wanted to go higher, the first 30-minute candle should have gone higher, but the first 30-minute candle did not. That was your signal that price might not be going higher. So you either wait for the first 30-minute candle or the 15-minute candle, right? So whatever those candles do, they will tell you if you need to wait a little bit longer or if you need to do something. As you can see from here, this was our first 30-minute candle. Our first 30-minute candle is already engulfing 2 of our bullish candlesticks, right? You can't buy there. You need to wait and see what's going to happen. And if you're someone who was going to risk it and take the sell, it would have been a perfect entry, because if price wanted to go higher, it should have put back and left a wick, but it didn't. This is a very strong bearish candle. This is a high that has been rejected. Even if you look to your left, this is a high that has been rejected, and that 30-minute candle was your confirmation. All right, so if you're trading the 4-hour candle, wait for the 4-hour candle to close. All right, wait for the 15-minute candle to close, to show you, okay, do you need to still wait a little bit longer, or can you actually take the trade, or is the trend being changed? What's going on? All right. And then from there, you can use that information to your advantage. All right. As you can see, this is our 15-minute candle. It is a rejection week, which is good, and it's bearish. All right. So if it is a rejection week and it's bearish, that means the next 15-minute candle, which is this one, needed to close bullish, but it didn't. It gave us a weak fill and it closed as a strong bearish candle that would only push price lower. All right. So if you don't have that much information, and you can always break the candles down to see, okay, do I need to enter now or do I wait some more? It all depends with your risk and your mindset, your psychology, whether you're in a rush or you're looking for a good trade to take. All right. Always wait for the 4-hour candle to close. Then when the new candle starts, wait for the 15-minute candle to close to show you, okay, is price following the trend or is price rejecting what is happening? And if that 15-minute candle is not telling you much, wait for the 30-minute candle to close. If the 30-minute candle is not telling you much, then that's when you wait for the 1-hour candle to close. And the 1-hour candle will definitely give you some sort of a signal. All right. So in that signal, if you don't like the entry, you can always wait for that pullback. Price will pull back to where it needs to pull back before it goes where it needs to go. All right. That's the advice that I can give you. Price will pull back. The same thing that happened here. Big candle, right? Give us a week, right? It pulled back. So you could have been watching this candle break for that low that we want, for the low that we want, right? And then you can easily enter now, because now price is put back. It has done whatever it has done, but this candle still closed bearish. That's an inside candle. You can even call it a hammer. It is hammering there, and it's bearish. That's only pushing price lower, right? And then you can just enter and wait and see what's going to happen, because right now, if price wanted to be bullish, you should have seen some bullish candle, but so far we don't have any bullish candle. And if we don't have any bullish candle, that can only push price lower. Okay, and that's how you can take advantage of the 4-hour candle. If you do not want to deal with unnecessary information of looking throughout the whole day on the markets, can always come when a 4-hour candle is closing and watch what's happening right there. Break down the candles from what's happening right there. All right, that's it for now. Let's wait for more information and practice what we have.